Well, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. California, can we get the hell out of the headlines for 5 minutes, please? Something's on fire or something's on fire. Or you're trying to let Ku Klux trans kids play with girls. Something is always going on in the state of California. Damn it. Today, Senator Alex Padilla was removed forcibly by police when he decided to barge in and interrupt a speech by the DHS Secretary Kristi Noem. I don't know why he thought that was a good idea. I guess he thought because he's a senator, he can just do whatever the fuck he wants, whenever he wants. But apparently, you can't be asked to stop your progress. He was walking up toward Kristi Noem. Nobody knows who this dude is. He's not a recognizable figure. So this big, tall dude is walking up there talking about, you keep talking about a handful of immigrants that are violent, and they're not violent. Leave Britney alone. So an officer steps in front of him. He pushes past the officer and keeps going. Well, once you do that, here, I'm not even going to give you the answer. I'm going to let you give the answer, kids. For 500 points, what do you think would happen if you put your hands on a police officer? Huh? That police officer, and if there are other police officers around, they're all going to put their hands on you. And that's what happened to him. He was taken down very gingerly, I might add. It's not like they suplexed his ass. Nobody gave him the Undertaker ride to hell to the damn ground. He was taken down very nicely by a handful of officers, and he was handcuffed. Oh, no. You can't handcuff an activist, a politician. But let's be honest, they're one and the same nowadays on the left. So, Cory Booker. He's saying that this isn't a democracy if a sitting senator can be brought to his knees and restrained. I do declare, Mr. Beauregard. He was restrained. How many of you have been restrained by the police? How many of you have been put under arrest? Maybe not taken to the station, but put in handcuffs. Wasn't that fucking bad, was it? As long as you weren't acting a fool. Wasn't that bad. But you dare not put your papa's hands on an elite. Elizabeth Warren. Joe Kahanis, the squaw with diarrhea of the jaw. Miss Indian. That's how much Indian she has in her. We all have more Indian than her. If you were born in America, if your family's been here for any period, for any length of time, you got some Indian in you. And there's some Indians running around with whatever the other half of you is in them. But she said that this poor man, Senator Alex Padilla of California, this poor man was arrested for what? Not putting his hands on a police officer. No, he was arrested for asking a question. Dun, dun, dun. Not a question. You mean to tell me in Trump's America, I can't ask you no dadgum question? That's what they said. They said that this man was arrested for asking questions. He wasn't arrested because he barged into the room and started walking toward the Secretary of DHS. That stands for the Department of Homeland Security. Somebody just walks in the room and starts making a beeline toward her. Security? Isn't that what they're here for? But this man was arrested just for asking a question. I told you Trump was Hitler. So this fool gets taken down, and here's the best part. I think after I tell you about this, you'll agree. I think that his name should be legally changed from Senator Alex Padilla to Senator Alex Pussy. Because when this fool was released, which was very soon after, and he did that because he knew nothing was going to happen. These people are fake activists. These people are factivists. They're fake. They know nothing's going to happen, but they throw themselves on the sword. What about these immigrants? Not a lot of them are violent. You just keep showing the same handful. He gets arrested. He gets the cuffs on him. It's like AOC when they just held her hands behind her with her phantom cuffs. But they're activists. They can throw their fists in the air and say, see, I was there. I was arrested. I was on the right side of history. So this little bastard does a press conference after, and they ask him, are you okay, Senator Pussy? And he said, if they can do this to a sitting senator, just imagine what they're doing. Just imagine what they're doing to the immigrants. This fool goes, imagine what they're doing to gardeners, caretakers, construction workers. He's choking back tears for these people that shouldn't even be here. Now, this won't surprise you, but he was appointed after Kamala ascended to vice president, and he agreed with his votes. He agreed with Biden 100% of the time. So that just lets you know where he is mentally, if everything I just told you didn't. So this bitch is choking back tears for illegals. Now let me ask you this. Has he ever choked back any tears for you Californians who are being crushed under the weight of taxes and red tape and crime and being easy on criminals? Has he ever choked back tears because of our children who are number 49 in a country of 50 states? Did he ever choke back any tears for your dumbass kids? Did he choke back any tears for the parents and the family of the friends of those who were killed by fentanyl every year in California? Did he shed any tears for the families who were left behind from the people who were killed by illegals just in California? Do you guys like that movie, A Christmas Story? It's on everybody's house. From the end of November to New Year's, everybody watches A Christmas Story. Look up how the man he directed it and he wrote the story. Look up how he died and his son. Did you choke back any tears for them? No, but he'll choke back some tears for some fucking illegals who shouldn't even be here. They don't care about you. This is a performance. I'm surprised he didn't go, and scene, and then they draw the curtains, and he comes out, and people are throwing roses at him. Encore, encore. And he picks up one of the roses and clenches it in his teeth, and then bows. It's performance. You saw Gavin bang your wife Newsom's old slick-haired ass? I think if you look closely, you can see his tongue is forked. You see him up there, come and arrest me. I'm sorry. I apologize for being so clear. But you guys are ridiculous. You guys are harming these poor people. It's a performance. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about you. They don't ever choke back any tears for you. These are the same people that told us that sloppy Joe Biden's head was not full of nacho cheese. Well, it had to be full of nacho cheese. It wasn't full of brains. He couldn't string a sentence together. Remember the Christmas commercial where the Kix cereal and they put a string in the Kix on a piece of string to use it as decoration for the tree? Biden couldn't string together a fucking sentence. But they're telling us, greatest president ever. His head had to be full of some kind of condiment. Same people, now they're telling you that in Trump's America, he's a dictator. He's snatching children from schools and churches. Well, you have to get the kids because you got their parents, stupid. We can't have all these damn orphans running around America. No. Mom and dad go, you go. It's a group rate. Meet me in the comments. Talk to me, Goose. What do you think of this clown crying? Men are only allowed to cry at funerals, weddings, and births. That's all we got, fellas. You can't be crying for no damn illegals. Why don't you cry for us? Why don't you cry for us about to be staring down the barrel of $8 a gallon for gas because none of you fuckers decide to shed any tears and not vote for a 65-cent gas tax? Where were your tears for that? Why weren't you standing in between us and that, Senator Alex Pussy? But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. I'm out.